Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Quadash, double honor to the apostle Nelson, great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brother that preaching truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon you. Alright, going across the globe a little bit again. Hey man, I mean, it's so much going on, you know. It's basically, mainly, news and prophecy, of course, you know, but civil unrest across the globe, sedition, meaning people of the world and of their community. We say community because they're known as communities, like over here in America. They're protesting. They're protesting over here. They're protesting over in Iran. And Trump making a statement concerning him going into Iran. He said if any more people die over there in Iran, he's coming to Iran. And you know now it's 500 plus has been deleted over there in Iran. But let's start over here in Iran first, right? It's a mini rally in San Francisco. Mini rally in San Francisco calls for regime change in Iran.
In Iran continues to grow. Human rights groups now say at least 192 people have been killed in protest. The regime has cut off access to the outside world, with Iran still in an internet blackout that has lasted more than 60 hours. A senior U.S. official today.
I'm not 100% sure, but they say this in Iran now. And the people are protesting. Let's start it over. I mean, I don't know. Never been in those parts. I can't say it's Iran, but hey, this is what they are saying. This is what they're reporting. You know what? I usually don't go this early, but let's see. Send Gavin to Iran. Free California first. Never ever let the government take your guns, because this is the way you lose your freedom. God bless Iran. Okay, hold on a second. We're damn boy, y'all spelling. I'm just reading how it is, y'all. We're not, shouldn't say, we're not y'all. Just rioting because there was a regime change in Venezuela. You people are weird. Raymond says further, hey, I know. Let's send the squad there to run things. See, they brag and they think Trump is Trump can go in any country and get their president. Okay. I seen a I did see. I seen a reporter asked Trump about going into Russia and getting Putin. Oh Lord. Anyway, Mike Mack says they are protesting for America to go to war. Last week they were protesting against America going to war. Make your mind. Make up your mind. So the thing is, right, is that just like over here in America, right? I'm just speak on you so-called black people, right? Y'all always talking about, we know when some go in the neighborhood, and it just says a lot of violence and people getting deleted or whatever. What do you all do? Y'all be screaming for help from the government and from what? From them. And what do? They come in there and but other words, y'all be wanting new laws. Y'all be wanting laws. Put it that way. Y'all be wanting laws, and the laws are only going to affect who? You Negroes as a whole. So you know, the people are always dumbfounded when it comes to what's truly going on in the world. You know, this is what we have. I know y'all remember C-19. Remember when C-19 took place, the beginnings of that, how people was riding. You know, they ride in those other countries for a couple of years before it actually even came over him to America. And when it finally got over him, y'all seen it. The same civil unrest and all of the wildness. Well, hell, they just somebody just plowed on the crowd with a U-Haul. I'm gonna get to that too. I got something to that, but let's get into it.
Confirmed that President Trump was briefed on options for military strikes in the country. Earlier this week, the administration vowed to intervene if protesters continue to get killed. The cries for regime change in Iran are also echoing loud and clear here in the Bay Area. This afternoon, Iranian Americans held a large rally in San Francisco to support protesters in Iran. They tell Dahlin the only solution for peace in the Middle East is regime change.
Democracy for Iran! Democracy for Iran! Regime change in Iran!
They chant. They sing. And their hearts break for their fellow.
Listen, man, these people being paid, man. I already know that. Know that first, these people being paid. Huh? But all of this, do they really know what they want? If America try to go into Iran, what you think gonna happen? That's World War III. So you know, people are not conscious of what they are truly asking for. You think you are in bad shape right now. Start a war with Iran.
Iranians.
They're killing people. People don't have any guns. They're not armed. But Islamic Republic is armed and is killing people with machine guns.
Sherry doesn't want to give her last name, fearing speaking up, even here in the U.S., could jeopardize the safety of her sister and parents who live in Iran. She worries they may have participated in the protests. And because of a media blackout caused by the Islamic Republic of Iran, she hasn't been able to reach them by phone or online. Human rights groups estimate government troops have killed hundreds of protesters in recent days.
It's heartbreaking. I feel bad that I'm here safe. I'm just asking for help. Please help Iran. We want regime change. We don't want Islamic.
How much they paid you to do this here? That's what I want to know. How much they gave you to do this here? Or you just doing it for free? You know, all these fools don't get paid. You know, they have a select. Well, let me rephrase that. They don't get paid to what the amount that certain ones get. You know, crowd. Get the crowd to border. Come on, we going out. Then they give them money. They got to give them something for them to come out.
Republic of Iran.
And that's the overwhelming message at the Sunday afternoon rally in front of the San Francisco Ferry Building. More than 1,000 people showed up, demanding an end to what they call an oppressive regime.
The government's going to tell you what to listen, what to read, how you look like, how you cut your hair, what kind of clothing you can. It's everything. They're controlling everything.
There have been previous large...
Well, how you like your freedom over here so far? Huh? As the weeks go by, as the months go by, it's not they taking more and more your freedom away. Wait till they tell you your First Amendment ain't gonna be nothing. Your First and Second Commandment, y'all love to quote all the time. First, Second, Third, First and Second Commandment. I tell you, commandment, amendment. Wait till they tell you that. Let's see how much freedom you gonna have then.
Scale protests and uprisings in Iran in the past. But demonstrators believe this time the end is near. They say decades of oppression, built up anger, combined with a poor economy and high inflation, are pushing more people to finally fight back.
The people here really have hope that, like finally after 47 years, we're going to be able to see freedom in Iran.
President Trump has threatened to attack the Islamic Republic if more protesters are killed. Many demonstrators say they hope President Trump and...
Trump say a lot of shit. Trump say a lot of shit. Trump say a lot of shit. He haven't done it. All the people Trump gonna bully. Trump gonna bully is the one that he know he can bully. He ain't gonna run up in no Iran and go do nothing. All right? He's not gonna run up in there and do nothing. He's not gonna go over there. He definitely ain't gonna go over there and mess with no Putin, China. None of them. But you know what? We can't wait. We hope we do. We hope we do. But we know it's we still got a little time. You got a little time left, y'all. Yeah, I know y'all hate to hear when I tell you, y'all gotta suffer a little more. Huh? You gotta make your decision who you gonna be with. You gonna be with the law, you gonna put your trust in the law, you gonna put your trust in this system. And it looks to be like what? Most of you are putting your trust in the system. So a lot of you are gonna take that MOTB, man, right smack in your hand, man. You're gonna take it. So you can do what? So you can be part of this system. But guess what? That system ain't gonna last too long. So carry on.
Israel will intervene.
Imagine you're in a hole. Somebody is holding a hand to you. Wouldn't you take it? I don't ask him for his identity.
Like many demonstrators here, Sherry says she loves her home country. She moved to the Bay Area 10 years ago to escape oppression. She says once the regime is changed, she'll go home and help rebuild Iran.
I do see it in my dreams, yes. I am hoping that soon we all can go back to where we belong.
Organizers say this is not a one-time event. They'll continue to plan more protests in the coming days and weeks to show their support for protesters in Iran. They believe the end for the current Iranian regime is near.
All right. Let's go here, y'all. Let me stop this real quick. Let's go here real quick. Let's go here. Chaos erupts. Chaos erupts after U-Haul drives into a crowd anti-Iranian regime rally in L.A. Let's see. Got a few videos in here, y'all. Y'all bear with me.
Now in West LA, Air 7 was overhead right when a large crowd got going after someone into a U-Haul. Now, to put some context to this entire situation, there was a planned protest for 2 o'clock this afternoon outside the federal building in Westwood. That protest was called Anti-Iranian Regime Rally. Well, about 3:30 this afternoon, just as Air 7 flew over this protest to kind of get eyes on what was happening, this is what happened. That U-Haul drove through a very large crowd of protesters. It's difficult to tell how many people. We are told by LAPD nobody was injured in this, but you can see this quickly became a very, very tense situation. There was a driver inside that U-Haul. You can see him interacting with protesters who are jabbing flagpoles and all sorts of objects through the window at him. What you cannot see in this video.
Now, these cops right here, these cops, you know what? I'm going to click on it. The cops, these are cops right here.
Rick?
Those are cops. I can't put it down now. But look on the screen. Those are cops trying to keep the people from getting to the man that's driving the U-Haul truck.
Breaking news from an Iran protest happening right now in West LA.
Let me click on it. I'm going to click on it. What the hell? Let's click on it.
Texas.
Y'all bear with me. That's why I ain't want to click on it. I ain't want to do all these goddamn commercials. Oh, Lord. Y'all bear with me. I guess I'll click on a few of them concerning the U-Haul. Y'all bear with me. Okay, jump right to it.
Protests happening right now in West LA. Air 7 was overhead right when a large crowd got going after someone into a U-Haul. Now, to put some context to this entire situation, there was a planned protest for 2 o'clock this afternoon outside the federal building in Westwood. That protest was called Anti-Iranian Regime Rally. Well, about 3:30 this...
These are cops right here, right? These are cops trying to stop the people from getting to the guy in the U-Haul. Imagine that. He just drove through them people.
This afternoon, just as Air 7 flew over this protest to kind of get eyes on what was happening, this is what happened. That U-Haul drove through a very large crowd of protesters. It's difficult to tell how many people. We are told by LAPD nobody was injured in this, but you can see this quickly became a very, very tense situation. There was a driver inside that U-Haul. You can see him interacting with protesters who are jabbing flagpoles and all sorts of objects through the window at him. What you cannot see in this video, on the other side of that U-Haul, there are Iranian signs that have some sort of message written on them. Whatever was going on in this crowd, People were unhappy, perhaps also scared, because there was a U-Haul truck driving through this massive crowd of people.
Let me see something, y'all. I don't know if anybody got hurt or not, because they're not saying anybody got hurt. He probably will not get his deposit back on the on the runner. Hot dog, no bums. If I see a U-Haul running into a crowd, I'll run, cause I would think things is a bomb in there. Anyway, let me see. We aren't even 2 weeks into this year, right? Chaos and I mean everything is. You know, let me click on replies. He said we're not even 2 weeks into this here, man. But like Foster Hart says, right? There. Oh damn, what did they say? There are decades where nothing happens, and there are weeks where decades happen, and this is what we're seeing, right? And that's funny. He said, "Well, we aren't even 2 weeks into this year, and look what's happening, right? Been a long year. Good point. America is falling apart. I've told feds this month ago, it's their mental health that is causing all these problems." But that goes into what that precept is. 2nd Edge 16 goes into behold famine and plague and tribulation and what in anguish, meaning mental suffering. Mental suffering and scourges are what sent for scourge goes into what punishment for what for an amendment, right? But I was thinking, it just made me think about 2nd Edge when he said mental health, and it just mental suffering came to my mind, right? But you know, mental suffering goes into you your mind, like when you can't eat, you got children, you got you know what? Let me just Google it right quick, because I don't want to. Let's see. Mental suffering.
Mental suffering, also known as mental anguish or psychological pain, involves severe emotional distress. It can manifest as deep sadness, anxiety, or even impact focus and behavior. In severe cases, professional help might be needed. For medical advice or a diagnosis, consult a professional.
So, just like I said, mental anguish goes into what? Mental suffering. You know, different scenario, but you know that are worsening in your situation that you may have or going on. You may have children you can't feed. You may have some of you Jake got wives. You know, a lot of y'all gonna take that thing because of your wife, your children. You know, you're gonna find yourself in situations where you can only way you're going to be able to survive it is you got to put the trust in the Lord, man. If you ain't got the trust, putting your trust in the Lord, and you're running around him raggedy and trying to create something that's on your own, and you're doing it in a wild manner, in a should I say damn, I'm looking for the word damn, I can't think of you doing it in a carnal way, should I say, carnal, you know, behavior, you know, trying to rob, trying to, you know, doing it in that fashion of a worldly manner, you're gonna find yourself being deleted. Right? That means you ain't putting your trust in the Lord. Okay, Slapshot says 1 week, you mean? Last week didn't count, cause it wasn't a full week. Somebody say MAGA. 2026 off a great start. I am loving it. Free entertainment. Go, man. He said free entertainment. He said a better life might be what? Warranted for what? For you. For who? A better life gonna be warranted for the Israelites. Because this amendment goes into what? Betterment and improvement of what? Of the earth, first and foremost. Right? Of the earth, starting with who? The Israelites. A change. Man. Hey man, people are really their thought process is not the same. Their thought process is definitely not the same. Let's hear a little more of this.
As you can imagine, this created quite a scene. We're going to let this video play out for you. This was just about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so a little more than an hour ago. I'm sorry, 3:30. This was just less than an hour ago. And as this video plays out, we've watched it here a few times in the newsroom. You can see the crowd physically pulls that driver out of the U-Haul cab. And as they are doing so, you can see people in the crowd going after him. What you can't tell there, those are LAPD officers that are also involved in pulling the driver out of that truck, trying to take that person into custody. And as police officers are doing that, the crowd is going after that person, trying to physically harm them. It is a very, very tense situation. And what we're going to see here is police ultimately walk this person through that angry crowd of people and take that person into custody. But all the while, people in this protest crowd are going after this person. As we mentioned, this was an anti-Iranian regime rally protest that was planned in Westwood, outside the federal building. You can tell this is a very large crowd. Now, this comes up...
Hey, man, he can hit, and everything. And I'm quite sure some of the cops are getting the same thing.
On top of protests that have been unfolding all week and getting increasingly tense.
See him hit him on top of the head with the poles and stuff. Look out.
In the United States. This started in Iran as sort of an economic...
Look at the flag.
Shops started closing. The currency is devolving under the regime. People there in the streets are beginning to revolt. So wait, hold on. I want you to watch this video here. That is police taking the driver of that U-Haul away while protesters continue to chase the person.
Yeah, trying to get him.
Custody. We do know that no ambulances were called. Police have said nobody was injured. That person is now being walked away, and the driver of that U-Haul is in LAPD custody. We will then find out more information about what exactly happened here, if this was intentional, what the means were behind all of this. But as you can also see to the left, that's Air 7 streaming live right now. That protest has gotten even larger. There are hundreds of people out there in the street in Westwood protesting outside of the federal building.
All right, man, there you have it. I'm not finished. Let me see. I got one more video here I'm going to show here before I, let's go here, right? I'm going to hit Trump over here, right? They say, the hell? Y'all bear with me. I thought I had stopped it over there. It says right here, U.S. troops, let me see something. U.S. troops to storm Iran. Trump warns, what his name is? Khamenei is crossing red lines as death toll spikes to what? 544. Let's listen up.
Have they crossed your red line yet to trigger a response?
They're starting to, it looks like, and there seem to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed. These are violent, if you call them leaders, I don't know if they're leaders or just they rule through violence. But we're looking at it very seriously. The military's looking at it, and we're looking at...
Let me pull this up. Y'all.
Have they crossed your red line?
You hear this man say, you heard Trump say they rule through violence. Can you imagine that coming out of their mouth, man? They rule through violence. Let's back that up again and hear that again, man.
Have they crossed your red line yet to trigger a response?
They're starting to, it looks like, and there seem to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed. These are violent, if you call them leaders, I don't know if they're leaders or... Let
me read this first, y'all. Iran is starting to cross my red line. Trump confirms military strike anytime now. Yeah, okay.
Just they rule through violence. But we're looking.
He said they rule through violence. Trump said they rule through violence, y'all. What did he just do? Ain't he been blowing up boats left and right of innocent people, y'all? Ain't nobody looking on the boat to see if it's any drugs on the boat, any money or anything. They just blowing them up and saying it's a J running drug. And they just go over there and kidnap a president and his wife. Huh? And then in the process blew up, I think it deleted about 30 plus people. I think that number, how many people they said? If they said, you know what, I think they said 33 people, y'all. Let me see something here. Boy, this big old boy, let me see something. Let's see something. Let me see something. How many people died when President Trump, God damn it, what is his name? Hold up, y'all. I couldn't think of the man's name for me. Y'all, wait a minute. What's his name? Maduro. How many citizens of Venezuela died during a raid when they captured the president and his wife?
During the U.S. raid to capture the Venezuelan president and his wife, officials reported around 100 people died. However, other sources suggest the number was between 40 and over 75, including security forces, Cuban personnel, and some civilians.
Okay, more than what I thought, y'all. So the death toll must have climbed. They say during the U.S. raid to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, I couldn't even think his name, but I know Maduro. Okay, and his wife Cecilia Flores in early January of 2026, the Venezuelan officials claimed around 100 people died. Y'all know more than that died, y'all. If they said 100, you better believe more than that died. Because I did a video and showed the catastrophe of what they did during the time when they went on and got them, right? It said though reports vary with other sources suggesting figures from 40 to over to 75. Come on, man, these numbers are hell. Really? Venezuelan government claim interior ministers Dios Dado Cabello stated approximately 100 people were deleted, including security personnel. Venezuelan military casualties, the army posted a list of 23 names with other reports mentioning 24 or more Venezuelan security officers deleted. Cuban casualty, Cuban confirmed 32. That's where I got that from. 32 of its military, when they talking about, yeah, that's where I got it from. 32 its military and intelligence personnel were deleted. As many served as were for Maduro. Civilians or casualty reports noted at least 2 civilians died, with some indicating what death in what in residential areas hit by U.S. strikes. Yeah, I showed it on the I don't know, about 2-3 videos back when they hit it. And yeah, it was definitely in neighborhoods, right? So hey, they say 100 or better, right? I'm quite sure more than that. You know, they ain't gonna never give you the correct number. So let's finish hearing this.
Looking at it very seriously. The military is looking at it, and we're looking at some very strong options. We'll make a determination.
Which options have you been briefed on? Are you meeting with senior officials?
I'm going to tell you the end.
Are you meeting with
Am I going to really? Are you asking me to say what will they do? Where will we attack? When? And at what angle will we attack from?
Are you considering? I'm with the U.S. White House TV pool. I'm wondering, are you being briefed on options? I'm with CNN, sir.
Why don't you just say I'm with CNN? She says I'm with the White House pool. And I say, what? You're with CNN. You're with fake news. Because CNN is fake news. Go ahead, give me a question.
Can I ask how you're balancing and how you're deciding your response, the balance between helping protesters versus hindering them? Because I imagine that's a delicate balance to strike.
See, I mean, some of the protesters were...
We have something cool here. What you're looking at is...
Y'all bear with me. I was just trying to get. Let me see something here. Okay, let's just go.
Killed through the stampeding. I mean, there's so many of them, and some were shot. We get a full report. I'm getting an hourly report, and we're going to make a determination.
Oh, y'all bear with me. Let me see something. Let's see if all we got is voice. Exactly, all we got is voice, huh? Yeah, ain't never voice in y'all. Okay, let's go back over here. That's the U-Haul, San Francisco. What is that? Y'all bear with me.
I'm anti-regime unrest in Iran.
All right, y'all. So hey, I'm gonna let it play, and I'm gonna get my video going here. So I'm gonna get my video going here. Okay. So hey man, that's it. Y'all see what's going on? Civil unrest or what? Across the globe. And mainly right over here in America. These people are tired of these government people and officials or whatever going on. But let's go to Isaiah 19:2. Let's get on America, right? Because America is the one that starts a whole. It's going to start. Excuse me. Now I know Israel, right? Those small hatters over there. I'm belting y'all. Y'all bear with me. I'm old. I get gas. But what I was saying, where we know that Israel gonna draw America in that Middle East, so-called Middle East war, right? Which is because it say the least of the flock, and that's Amalek, right? The least of the flock shall draw them out. They're gonna but in the process before that, we got to what? We got to wait on that MOTB, and then what? We're going to continue to have civil unrest, and people are going to what? Be coming up against one another. And mainly, I don't know why you people still screaming this Democrat and Republican wickedness. Let's go to Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And that example of, now y'all know America is what? Is considered to be what? Spiritually Egypt. Spiritually Babylon. Spiritually whatever we as Israelites was slaves. We should got, captivity. We say captivity. Where we was in captivity at, America is spiritually that place. Right? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against his brother. Is not this what's happening, what's taking place? And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. This is what's going on. This is prophecy, y'all. This is prophecy at its best. And it's going to continue. It's going to continue in that same fashion until what? Until the Lord come back, man. This is what we're going to have. Y'all going to continue to catch hell, and they're going to increase. Jacob trouble going to increase, man, especially over here in America, man. Y'all know how bad it was in C-19, right? Them people, y'all watching these people over there in them other countries, having civil unrest and coming up against their government. Guess what? It's gonna be 10 times worse over here in America, y'all. Yeah, believe that. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. This is what we are slowly approaching, and these are what? These are the times of what? Let's go to 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword, and the modern day sword today is the gun. For the sword and their destruction draw near. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, meaning weapons, man. And they made that clear. saying the reason the people over there in Iran are getting gunned down because they don't have any weapons. So that's why told the people, never give your guns up. Man, the Edomite got guns, man. They got millions of rounds, man. Millions of rounds, man. While Jake running around here trying to roar with a 1975 handgun with 6 bullets in it. And you think he gonna fight Esau Edom in this time? Yeah. You gonna need that. You gonna need the Lord, boy, to be with your boy in these days when them Edomites turn it up, man. They gonna turn it up. Verse 16. No, verse 15. Yeah, verse 16 of 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition, meaning rebellion against among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. Huh? And this is what they take. This is what's taking place over in what? Over in Iran, over here in America. They're what? They're not happy with their what? Their leaders. Because their leaders are doing what? Them leaders they're lining their own pockets, and they're not concerned with the people. Because why? Because those small hatters over there, we say the wicked elite, right? We say the elite. The elite is doing what? The elite is causing all of this chaos for what? For a purpose and for a time. But when that purpose and time that he's thinking that he's going to pursue in the manner that he's going to what? Control us spiritually, it's going to what? He's not going to reach that mark because the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is going to what? He's going to take him down. And the kingdom is going to who? The Israelites. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in what? In their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And y'all know this is exactly what's taking place. All these people around is running around here what? Doing wickedness and damn near in the 4 corners. Proxy wars everywhere. Man, this is madness, man. And we on what the, I don't know what day it is. We ain't 2 weeks in. We're not even 2 weeks in. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Huh? Look at the trouble. And the houses shall be what? Destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Why are they going to be afraid? Because them ICE agents, they turned it up. They deleted this woman, and y'all know she was one of them rainbows, right? Y'all know she one of them rainbows. Y'all know they're gonna turn it up for. They're gonna turn it up for theirs, y'all. They're gonna turn it up for theirs. This place done had it, man. It's over with. What that Matthew 12 and verse 12 and 26. No, 25 first. And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Look at them, y'all. Y'all see them. This is what you call civil unrest. This is what you call sedition. This is what you call, this is from Iran to Venezuela to America, from America to, and several other places, people are having what? Civil unrest. NATO, and then in the process, Putin over there, boy, blowing everything up. Huh? Kyiv, what is it? Kyiv? Huh? Over there smashing everything. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to what? Desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? These are Satan's children, man. Esau, Edom. These are Satan's children, man. These are Satan's children. The same spirit, man. From the Garden of Eve to Cain, and now it's in Esau, Edom. The same spirit, man. That same wicked spirit that take pride in in deleting his brothers, man. This is what they do. Hey, so let's get to 2nd Esdras 16. I'm gonna close this out. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? What days, y'all? Jacob's trouble. Huh? Those are the what? Verse 18, the beginnings of sorrows, which is Jacob's trouble, and great mournings, and beginnings of famine, and great death. The beginnings of wars, and the powers, Esau, Edom, he got all the power on earth at this present moment, shall stand in fear. The beginnings of what? Of evils, meaning bad times. You all haven't seen anything yet. You all are going to see bad times like no other, man. Like no other. Y'all think it's going on now, but wait till, just stay tuned. The beginnings of wars and the beginnings of powers, and shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evils, meaning bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Nothing. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Everything you see is of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And all of the madness is going to what? It's not going to cease. It's going to what? It's going to increase. Right. For what? For a betterment. For what? For an improvement of what? Of the earth. So in that number say, Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rokah Qudash. Shalom.